You know what really grinds my gears?
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the vlog. Hope you're having a good day. It is September 3rd, 2025, 2 days after Labor Day weekend. Hope you guys had a good Labor Day, safe and sound. We are going to do my tier list. I'm going to predict the NFL 2025 regular season and where everybody's going to finish in their division after the regular season. I haven't done one of these in a long time, if ever. I think I did it maybe once. But we're going to do it now because the NFL season starts tomorrow. And I believe it kicks off Thursday night with the defending champion Eagles taking on the Cowboys. So we're going to go division by division. And I'll show you guys my predictions for the regular season. We're not going to do playoffs or anything like that, but I'll give you an idea of what I think is going to happen in the 2025 regular season. So let's kick things off with the NFC West. San Francisco, Arizona, Seattle, and the Rams. San Francisco had a down year last year. Injuries caught up to them, and they missed the playoffs. I think they're going to be competitive this year. So I'm going to put them in second place. So the Cardinals, I think, are better than last year. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but they're on the right trend. I'm going to give them third place. The Seahawks, I don't think are a playoff team. In fact, I think they got worse. They let DK Metcalf go. They're relying on Sam Darnold. See if his lightning hits a bottle twice after last year with the Vikings. Even though we saw how Sam was in certain games, including the end of the season when he would turn back into pumpkin. I don't see it. The Vikings aren't as good as, or the Seahawks are not as good as the Vikings were and are. I think the Seahawks take a major step back, and I think they're going to have buyer's remorse with Sam Darnold. I think they finish last. Plus, they're going to be missing Pete Carroll a ton. The Rams, I think, are the defending NFC West champs. I don't think they're as good as last year, especially with the injury concerns with Stafford. I think they will win the division. It's going to be a toss-up between them and the 49ers. So I think the Rams will win the division, but it's going to be a first-round exit or second-round exit because of injury. AFC South, we got Jacksonville, Tennessee, Houston, and the Colts. I think Jacksonville will be in contention for a wild card. I think they're going to bounce back. Trevor Lawrence, he's got to get going. I have them finishing second. The Titans, I think they're trending upward. I got them in third. The Texans are the team to beat. I think they're going to be good. Hopefully C.J. Stroud will have a third-year bounce back from his sophomore slump. And the Colts are a train wreck. They got Daniel Jones starting, for Christ's sakes. I think they're in the tank for Arch discussions, but I don't see them getting Arch because I don't think they're going to have the draft capital to get the number one pick. I see them being maybe a 5-win team, but they're going to finish last in that division. AFC North, it's pretty cut and dry. Ravens, number one. Aaron Rodgers, I'm sorry, he's past his prime. I think he's going to finish in third. I think this could be the first season since Mike Tomlin took over that you'll see them finish sub 500, which is a rarity for Pittsburgh. But I think hiring Rodgers was stupid. He's washed up. He's past his prime. They're in the market for a quarterback, especially after trading Kenny Pickett away. I think the end of the road is here for the Steelers. Cincinnati, I got them finishing second. I think Joe Burrow is the real deal. I think they're on the cusp. The only question mark with them is their defense. They have a terrible defense. They can't stop anybody. And the Cleveland Browns are back to being the basement fodder they are. They have questions at quarterback. They got like 3 different guys, including Shadur Sanders, who I think is overrated. I like Kevin Stefanski, but I think he's on the hot seat. I think he'll get another job somewhere else. He needs to get out of Cleveland, it's a dumpster fire. Cleveland, with that mess at quarterback, especially with Deshaun Watson not playing and all that money they're paying him, it's a real headache. Best division in the NFC and in the NFL in general, the NFC North. This one, pretty cut and dry, I believe. And I'm sure people are going to call me biased because of which hat I'm wearing, but I don't give a shit. It's just simple facts. The Bears are still building. New head coach Ben Johnson. Caleb does not match his offense, according to many experts. I think they're still a year away. Bears will finish in the basement. Green Bay, they just got Micah Parsons. Yes, they got better linebacker, but they did not address their receiver room. They did not address their secondary, which is junk. Jordan Love is mid at best. He has his good days, and he has plenty of bad ones. They drafted a receiver, but I don't think it's going to be enough. They don't have the tools offensively to get the job done, and they don't have the tools in the secondary to stop teams, especially teams with great receivers like the Vikings and the Lions. I think the Green Bay Packers take a step backwards last year. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. In fact, I see them being an 8-win, if not worse, team. I just don't see it. Lions are going to take a step back because of losing Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, the two coordinators. They got people coming back from injury. However, their O-line took a hit with Ragnow, the center, being retired. He retired. It's all on Dan Campbell now to show that he's good and he didn't have to rely too much on his coordinators. But I think the Lions are going to be figured out because it's on tape now for the last 2 seasons. And I think they take a step back. And I think they'll make the playoffs, but I don't see them winning the division. And no shocker, I have the Vikings winning the North. They went 14-3 and were a wild card team last year, and that's with Sam Darnold. They immediately rebuilt the offensive line. They immediately rebuilt the defensive line. They have Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, even though Addison's going to be suspended for 3 games because of his off-field issues. Hawkinson's back, fully healthy. Aaron Jones is back, fully healthy. They added Jordan Mason, the running back. And Adam Thielen, they brought him in as the wide receiver 3, number 2, while Addison's out. This is the best offense in the NFC, in the NFC North, bar none. J.J. McCarthy going into his second year. First year as a full starter after the ACL injury last year. People always dogging him, saying he hasn't won shit. Well, sorry, but every level he's been at, it's on paper. He's won everywhere he's been. He's won at high school. He's won in college. He won a national title, for Christ's sakes. He doesn't pass that much at Michigan. He's a runner. Well, that's because they didn't let him, because Jim Harbaugh, all he does is run the ball. But JJ showed flashes at training camp that he has a cannon on him, and he has the talent to do it. He's mobile. He's better fit than Kirk Cousins was running around in this offense. And I think if JJ can do just enough to get the job done, the Vikings are going to be fine. They're going to establish the run more with the better O-line and Jordan Mason. They got good running backs in Aaron Jones. Chandler's okay. He's still with the team. Xavier Scott was awesome in preseason. He's dealing with an injury, but he made the 53. I like the Vikings running back room, and I expect the Vikings to compete for the NFC North. Not necessarily a number 1 seed, but they're going to battle for the number 2 or 3 seed in the NFC. AFC West, we got Denver. I think they're going to take a step back. Bo Nix, he's a second-year starter. I think he's going to have growing pains. They got a good defense, but I think everybody else is improved. I think they're going to drop down a little bit. I think this could be one of the divisions where everybody's above 500, but somebody's going to be the odd man out. The Raiders, it's the Raiders, but they got Pete Carroll. They got some coaching. I think they're going to be a hair better than the Broncos. I think they're going to take a step up, but I think it's another year out. They got to figure out their quarterback situation. But I think the Raiders will be improved, but it'll be another year before they hit the playoffs. But they got Pete Carroll there. First year, it's going to take some time, but I think next year we'll keep an eye on the Raiders. The Chiefs are the Chiefs. We know who they are. I think they take the division, but they're not the top dog anymore in the AFC. I think that's the Ravens or the Bills. They will compete for a Super Bowl, but I think you could see them getting bounced, maybe second or third rounds of the playoffs. Chargers are going to take a step up. I think they make the wild card possibly. It's all on Herbert. He's got to stop having great games and then having a clunker where he throws 4 picks in one game and costs his team. It's go time for Justin Herbert. And with year 2 or 3 now with Harbaugh, I think they can get the job done in Los Angeles. AFC East is pretty cut and dry. I think you're going to see the Patriots in third. I think they're another year away. Drake May is going to have a better year, but they need some more pieces. But I think they're on the right track. They got a new head coach, Mike Vrabel. He's going to help turn things around. I think year 2 is when you'll see them shoot up back to the top. Dolphins, they are. I feel bad for the Dolphins. They're a mess. Tua can't stay healthy, and when he does, he's okay. They're good in the regular season, but it's cold weather stadiums in December, January. They have issues with. But I think it's going to be a step in the positive. But I think they got to figure out something with Tua. I think they finish in second place. Probably just miss the wild card. If Tua can stay healthy and they can turn things around, we'll see. They're a fringe wild card team. The Bills are the team to beat in the East. This could be the year for them. They're the best team in the AFC East until somebody can knock them off. The Jets are the Jets. They're terrible. Justin Fields is their quarterback. They let Rodgers go. They got a new coaching staff. They're at least a year or 2 away. It's still a dumpster fire. They need to fix things in a hurry because it's been 60-plus years of misery. They haven't won anything since Joe Namath, before I was even born, and probably before most of you were born. AFC South, the tank is on for Arch Manning. They are in bad shape. I think they just named Spencer Rattler the quarterback. They're trying to get their salary cap issues in check. I think the Saints will be the worst team in the league and probably the number 1 position to get the number 1 overall pick for Arch Manning, or maybe somebody else if they show flashes. We'll see. Panthers, they're trending towards the right way, even though they just gave up Adam Thielen to the Vikings. They got a nice young receiving core. Bryce, we'll see year 3. He started turning things around towards the end of last year. I like Bryce Young. He does have potential. I think that team, they got a new coach. They're another year away. I think they're fringe. I'm going to put them in third place. I think they can win 8 or 9 games and just miss the playoffs. Now it's between Tampa Bay and Atlanta. I think Tampa Bay is the better built team. They got a good defense. Baker Mayfield's in a position where he can win. He's proven he can get the job done in Tampa Bay. I like what he's done there. Getting out of Cleveland was a good idea for him. He's in Tampa Bay. I think he's in a good position. I think they win the division and probably maybe get a first-round win and then lose in the second round. I see the Bucs taking the South. And Atlanta's another year away. Penix is now going to be the full-year starter. I think they're another year away. Come on. There we go. They still have Kirk Cousins. By the way, hot take on Kirk Cousins. I think he will be traded. I think he will waive his no-trade clause. There's going to be a team that's going to pop up that's going to need a starter. And I'm going to make a bold prediction right now. I think that team is going to be the Los Angeles Rams. I think with the issues with Stafford getting older and his back, I could see the Rams freaking out and calling the Falcons. I could see Kirk waiving his no trade to go start for the Rams. And that would make them serious contenders for a deep playoff run. So keep an eye on the Rams and Falcons and maybe talk of Kirk Cousins going there. And same with Pittsburgh. I could see Kirk going to Pittsburgh if Rodgers continues to be a head case there. We'll see. And maybe the Browns, too. They got quarterback issues, too. You never know. There's 3 solid teams right there that could use Kirk Cousins. And maybe even the Jets. I know when Kirk was a free agent before he came here to Minnesota, he was talking about going to the Jets. So, something can happen. We'll see. We'll end the show here on the NFC East. We'll start with Washington. I did not put this photo in. It was already generated in there. But the Commanders, they had a great run. They lost. I think they went to the championship and lost in the final round. But to put on a good showing, I think they're going to compete. I think they're going to repeat, and they're going to be in a wild card spot. The division is clearly the defending champs, the Eagles. Eagles are going to win the NFC East. They are the favorites to win the NFC and maybe get back to Super Bowl and repeat. The Giants are a dumpster fire. They are not. They got Russell Wilson, Jackson Dart. I think Vrabel's on the hot seat and on his way out. So I don't see him surviving after this upcoming season. And Dallas is a fucking mess. Jerry Jones, he needs to step down. He needs to let somebody else run the team or fucking sell the team. They just traded Micah Parsons. They have 2 first-round picks from the Packers, but I don't think Jerry's going to be has the smarts to do anything there. I think they take a step backwards for Brian Schottenheimer's first year as head coach. So that's my predictions for the season. So we'll just reiterate NFC West. We got the Rams winning the division, San Francisco behind them. That could flip-flop. We'll see. Cardinals in third, and the Seahawks are going to take a step backwards. I don't have any faith in Sam Darnold. I think he's going to drop back down to being pumpkin. AFC South, I have Houston taking that with Jacksonville. That could flip-flop too. But I feel confident that Houston will get that Division 1. Tennessee's on the verge up, but they're a year away. They had a rookie, Cam Ward. I'm excited to see how he can handle things. Better so than Will Levis, that's for damn sure. And then the Colts are a dumpster fire. They need a lot of help. The AFC North, I got the Ravens winning that division and probably in the Super Bowl. Bengals, they got to get a defense. Steelers are going to take a step back, maybe a sub-500 first time forever. And the Browns, they got to figure something out with the quarterbacks. I think Stefanski's going to get fired, and I'm actually hoping for him that he gets another chance. He's a good coach. He's in a bad spot right now. In the NFC North, the Vikings are the better team of the 4 overall. They got the better offensive weapons. The defense is improved. They got the best coaching in the division. Kevin O'Connell and B-Flow, Brian Flores. There's no better duo. You got the Lions in second. I think they take a little step backwards. I still think they make the playoffs, but as a wild card. Green Bay takes a step backwards despite Micah Parsons. They have no weapons that are good enough to get the job done. Jordan Love's mid, and the defense, the secondary, is garbage still. And the Bears, they're a year away. They're getting better, but I don't see them being in the playoff run. Buffalo wins the AFC East. I got the Dolphins outside the playoffs in second. Patriots are a year away, and the Jets are the Jets. Bucks win the NFC South. Falcons in second. That could switch, flip-flop. Panthers get better, but just not enough. And the Saints are tanking for Arch Manning. And the NFC East, the Eagles will probably win the division again and probably be back in the Super Bowl. And then Washington will be the wild card again. Dallas is a mess, and New York are the Giants. So that's it for now. What do you guys think? Who do you think is going to win each division? Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. And until next time, peace out.